morning. My name is Tianna Christine. If you don't know, we are jamming for real. Let me turn the bed down. All right. I want you to know that today is International Self-Care Day. So if you don't know, I want you to just, one, say thank you for one, being awake, and two, practicing some self-care right here with me this morning. I thank you so much. Hey, CS Scott. All right. You're pumped up for the yoga workout. I hope that you had a good birthday last week. You got to do something fun. I do hope that you had fun on your birthday. So it is International Self-Care Day, and I am actually going to be sending out an email about self-care. But just know, hello, Daddy. Just know that self-care isn't about taking bubble baths and spa days and even sometimes yoga, right? Self-care days is every single day. And I'm actually posting a blog post about it today for International Self-Care Day. If you are a part of my mailer, you will get the email, and that is going to give you all the information. If you are not a part of my email list, you can go to my website, TiannaChristine.com/connect, and you can sign up for the mailer. It's going to tell you a whole bunch of things. One, yoga. I'll give you an insight to it. It's things that you do in your everyday life. Making those decisions, little habits every single day. That is right. Hey, Brandon, right? We just got off of Clubhouse. Thanks for being a part of that room earlier today with Yana and Jay Renee and Floyd. I'm trying to remember all the names. I am pumped up because let me tell you, I have been trying to get outside every single morning and get a walk, jog in. And I normally don't do that on Saturday mornings, but today I got outside. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling real good about it. Hello, mommy. All right. We still didn't pick the intention word. And I still even felt weird getting up and like being out of the house and I didn't know the intention word. But you know that I have to wait for you on Saturdays to pick the intention word live. So that's what we do on Saturdays. I wait for you. We pick the intention word. Yesterday's intention word was humor. Hope you had some laughs yesterday. You're supposed to laugh every day. You sweat every day, you laugh every day. That's just how it goes. But we're going to pick the intention word. Oh, I like picking it right here with you. All right. Give it a little shuffle. Give it a little bit of energy. And I think I'm going to go with this one. All right. And I don't think this one has come up for a while. So that's good. I will say I love being able to pick intention words because it does give me something to go on throughout my day. I use it as just an underlying anchor for my day. So that is helpful. I won't leave you in suspense too long. So today's intention word is knowledge. Knowledge is power. And today you might not have known that it was International Self-Care Day. So that was some knowledge right there. If you don't know, now you know. All right. You had to wait for your intention words so you can send your messages. I know, that's right. So you can go ahead and send those out after class. International Self-Care Day is today, and I want you to focus on you. So knowledge. And then you can also share that it is Self-Care Day. And maybe even leave a message in the chat and say what you plan to do for Self-Care Day. One, you've already checked something off. You're doing yoga right here. But there's other things that you can do. And again, like I said, look for my email. I'm going to be sending that out just to kind of give you some tips. And I bet you some of it you're already doing. Like this, inviting some movement into your day. That's one thing. I want you to grab all the things that you're going to need for class. So grab your yoga blocks. That's something that we're going to use. Now, about 2 weeks ago, we did a little bit of core work with our yoga blocks. where we were holding our yoga blocks, extending them over our head. We're going to come back to a little bit of that today. So I want you to go ahead and get those blocks and make them handy. What do you do if you don't have a block? Well, I want you to grab a box, right? We're not going to use it too much to prop ourselves up on this class, but we're going to be using it to hold. So if you got that Amazon shipment, some type of small box, go ahead and grab it. I have to think about something that I have right here that would substitute for a box. I don't think I have anything very handy, because the things that I have handy are kind of dangerous to hold on to, like an iPad. This is too dangerous to hold on to. You don't want this to fall into you. But something that is easy to hold. So think about that. Not that can of beans this time. This is not the time for beans. All right, Rotimi, you're ready? All right, get ready. Get up. Get out of bed. Get ready. All right, we got everything we need, right? If you don't have it, go ahead and grab it. We're not going to cue for this, but just off camera, I do have a bolster. This is good for a lot of self-care, especially in the bed. What do you do if you don't have a bolster like this? Take a towel, roll it up. This is a really, really good tool that you can use to get yourself opening up your chest, especially if you sit a lot and you tend to curl in. So think about that. That's not something, again, that I'm going to be cueing, but that's a good one for some self-care. All right, let's get ourselves on the mat, get ourselves settled, any comfortable position. Just get your body settled. The first thing we're going to do is take a deep breath in through the nose, breathe in. And on that exhale, breathe out, open mouth. Let the shoulders come down. Get even in your sit bones wherever you are. Just take a moment. Breathe. Notice your body settling into this space. Notice if you're uneven. Just take that opportunity, take that moment here to just land here on the mat. Maybe you're still in the bed, whatever's comfortable. And I want you to start relieving that tension from your body. Starting with your toes, let them uncurl. Let your knees get soft. Settling your sit bones. Uncurling your fingers. Palms are up or down, whatever's comfortable. Letting your shoulders come down, away from your ears. Allowing the breath to flow through your body. Feeling your chest rise and fall. Unclenching your jaw, letting your tongue relax. Softening your eyes, maybe taking that gaze down towards the floor, or maybe closing your eyes. And then relieving that tension in between our third eye, in between our eyebrows. And I want you to take the next 5 breaths. Just simply breathing. Again, today is International Self-Care Day. But guess what? Every single day is Self-Care Day. We practice self-care by saying no to certain things. We practice self-care by getting rest, listening to our bodies, moving our bodies throughout the day, drinking water, eating healthy foods. That's self-care. We take care of our bodies and it takes care of us. So just know that you have to take care of it so it can take care of you. And as we start to invite a little bit of movement and awareness back into our bodies, as we bring our arms up overhead, breathe in on the inhale, gaze up towards that space in between your hands, or maybe you like to invite the hands to touch. We're going to interlace the thumbs. Taking the gaze up towards the hands, lift through the chest. And on that exhale, take the hands back down by your side. Again, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe taking the hands to touch. And on the exhale, I want you to roll out the wrists on the way down, making circles with your wrists. We're going to take those hands to touch right at your chest. Interlace your fingers. Begin to make your infinite figure eights, moving your wrist around. So we use our wrists for so much throughout our day. For typing, for holding things, and in our movement practice, we do put a little bit of weight on our fingers. We want to be light within our wrists, but we want to move our wrists. And then go the opposite way. All right, take those hands, go ahead and bring them back to touch. And we're going to just press on either side. So just give your hands a little bit of movement. And then taking your right hand out in front of you, we're going to bring those fingers back. Nice and gently, keep that bend into the elbow. Pressing our hands, fingers back. And then bringing the hands down. We're going to press the fingers away. This is going to stretch the top. And then shake that out. We're going to do the opposite hand. So again, bringing that hand out. Pressing the fingers back. If you can get that thumb in there, that's good too. Again, keeping that slight bend into the elbow. Release the shoulders down. And taking the hand down, press away. And shake it out. All right, we're going to come to our tabletop position because I think we got those wrists kind of worked out. All right. And just because it's so cure day, that doesn't mean we're not going to have some fun, okay? Just know that. Know that. So keep that going. Coming down to your hands and knees. Go ahead and get yourself ready. Going to open this up just a little bit there. There we go. So stacking those knees to be right over top of your hips. Our wrists are going to be right underneath of our shoulders. All right, so just go ahead and rock from left to right. Now we have good music for a reason because I want you to move your body. Move your body. All right, now let's make those hips go in a circle. Maybe you might hear some snap, crackle, pop. That's all right. And as we do our circles, I want you to press into the fingertips. Take that gaze down in between the hands. Make your circles as fast or slow as you like. Go at your pace. Listen to your body. All right, we're arming ourselves today with knowledge. Remember, that's the intention word. Take a pause. Go the other way. Maybe we're going to learn something about our bodies today. Keep going. We want to warm up those fingers. We want to warm up our hips. If you feel any wrist pain, just go ahead and bring those wrists out towards the outsides of your mat. We're turning our hands out. That's going to help your wrists. And take a pause at the back. Bring the hips towards the heels. We're going to shift the weight back. Walk the hands out in front. This is our child's pose. Take the chin towards the chest, forehead down. Take 3 breaths with me. Release the forearms away from the ears. Take the forearms down, shoulders away. Take the gaze towards the hands. Come back up to that tabletop position. So we're actually going to pivot ourselves out. So we're going to take that right leg, bring it out towards the side. We're going to kickstand that other leg out, coming off towards the side of your mat. So we're coming out the long way, lining up your hand towards your knees, and bring that other foot down about 45 degrees, almost in that warrior position. I want you to stretch overhead. Give your body a nice stretch. Now again, you're still lifting through the hips, so we don't want to sink in. We want to lift through the hips. Feel that stretch overhead. Maybe even gaze towards the hand. Take a moment and breathe. We're going to come to center, bring that right knee in. We're going to come over to the opposite side. So take that right hand in line with the right knee. Left foot comes out. Stretch it out 45 degrees. Bring that left arm up overhead. Stretch it over. Lift through the chest. Lift through the hips. You got it. Maybe even gaze towards the hand. We want to imagine one long line here. And take it back in, come back towards your knees. We're going to come back on that right side. So bring that right foot back out. Stretch it out. And this time we're going to take elbow to knee. So maybe you anchor yourself here. Maybe you'd like to prop yourself up with the block. If you have it, to prop yourself up a little bit higher as we bring our elbow towards our knee. So crunch it in towards the side and extend it out. Maybe you take the foot and hover. Maybe you take the foot back down, whatever's comfortable to you. We're going to do that 4 more times. So crunch it in, elbow to knee, stretch it out. And elbow to knee for 3, and stretch it out. And 2, stretch out. And last one, we're going to hold for 5, 4, you got this, 3, 2, 1, stretch it out and come back down. Take your little rock on the side of your mat. And we're going to go over to the opposite side. So you can take your block with you. You can have the block up or down, whichever one. I'm going to cue this one from the ground. We're going to take our foot out. Again, stretch that arm overhead. And elbow to knee, crunch it in. Stretch it out. And 4, stretch it out. And 3, and out. You got this. 2, stretch it out. Last one, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's burn it up today. Last one, and stretch it out. And come back towards the center. Give your body a rock. All right, I think we got those hips moving. So let's come back towards the top of our mat. We're going to extend one leg out behind this little calf stretch, bringing that heel down. Bring it in, opposite leg. And bring it in. Let's tuck our toes underneath. Shift the weight back towards our heels, toe stretch. Now remember that pinky toe, if it's not up, just go ahead and bring it up. I'm going to turn the bed up just a little bit. Taking the gaze towards your hands. Set up your hands for our downward facing dog. We're going to bring those knees up. Push back towards your downward facing dog. This is our first one. Pedal your feet. So bringing opposite heel down as we walk the gaze up towards our belly. And when you're ready, once your back of your legs are pretty stable, go ahead and shift the weight back. Tuck the chin. Take 3 more breaths. This is going to be our resting pose. And walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Bend your knees. Come into your forward fold. And on that next inhale, go ahead and bring your arms all the way up overhead. Come up nice and slow. Slide back in here. Maybe the hands touch. And on that exhale, bring the hands down. So if you're at the back of your mat, go ahead and walk to the front. So this is going to be our flow. Remember, you can always come to the back of your mat and meet us in the front. We're going to start with our sun salutation. Mountain pose here. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the bend in the knees. Flat back. Plant the hands. Let's step back. We slow it out. Now, if you don't want to come down for chaturanga, feel free to just push back to downward facing dog. We all meet here. Let's take 5 breaths. And one of the big important things about self-care is also the breath. Taking out those little moments in your day to breathe. We don't realize how therapeutic it is. And forward fold. You can do forward fold at the front or back of your mat, whatever's comfortable. And on your inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, going right back into it, forward fold. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back, we flow it out. Now, if you're coming down into your chaturangas, remember to keep your elbows tucked in. Let's take 3 breaths here. And forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. You're getting the rhythm. You got this. Take a flat back. And plant the hands, step back, let's flow it out. Again, we meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Walking the gaze up towards the belly, tuck the chin. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. This is our last sun salutation. Hey, let's make it count. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back and flow it out. Take 3 breaths. Again, walk the gaze up towards the belly. Forward fold. Take a bend into the knees. Sweep the fingertips on the mat. Sit in your chair. Now you can take the knees together, feet together. Shift the weight into the heels. We want to see if we can dip down just a little bit deeper. Tucking that tailbone underneath. We want a long back. And if this is too much on the shoulders, go ahead and bring the arms back. Keep breathing. Maybe you get a little bit deeper in your squat. And on that exhale, wherever your arms are, go ahead and forward fold. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back, flow it out. We meet in downward facing dog. All right, take your 3 breaths before we transition into our warrior. And again, we're going to take that left foot, go ahead and bring it off towards a 45-degree angle, sweeping that right foot in front. Get yourself grounded here, where you're even in that front foot, pinky toe edge of your back foot. Once you get grounded, go ahead and sweep the arms up. Keep the bend into the knee, warrior one. You know I like to dance, so I am going to move. I encourage you to also move your body. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Breathe. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Gaze up towards the hand, lift through the chest. I think our bodies are getting warm now. Exhale, windmill the hands down. We step back, flow it out. We meet in downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Other side, so bring in that right foot. Go ahead and pivot it out 45 degrees. Bring in the left foot in front. Once you get nice and grounded here, go ahead and sweep the arms up overhead. Bend into that front knee. On that exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Gaze up, lift through the chest. On that exhale, windmill your hands down. Let's step back and flow it out. Remember to press into the fingers. We're light on our wrists. Take 2 breaths. Taking the gaze towards the hands, we're going to walk to the top of the mat. Take a bend into our knees. Sit back in our chair. All right, we're going to live with this just for about 3 more breaths. Start to get those thighs burning. You got this. And on that exhale, go ahead and stand. Shake it out. All right, we're here in our mountain pose. Get nice and comfortable here. I want you to focus on something that is not moving. Something that's right in your line of sight. So don't focus on me because I'm going to be moving. All right, I want you to get yourself comfortable. So if this is not grounding for you, take a minute to give yourself some space. I want you to be completely even within your standing feet. All 4 corners of your feet. Remember what all 4 corners are, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 4 corners. Our toes. Our toes are not the corners. Our toes are the roots that's going to keep us grounded. So just remember that. So get comfortable. Slight bend into the knee. On that inhale, we bring our arms up overhead. Exhale, take it down. Get comfortable here. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. We're going to interlace our fingers. Take the palms up towards the sky. And on that exhale, hinge over to the right side. On your mirror, remember, my left is your right. Keep the hips neutral. Gaze up towards the ceiling as we open up the chest. And come back to center. And over to the opposite side. Remember, continue to gaze at that center point. We're already working with our balance. Inhale, come back to center. Roll those wrists out on the way down. Maybe roll the hips. All right. You got that dristy point. That's our focus point. We call that a dristy point. I want you to settle on that. Go ahead and take your hands down to your mountain pose. We're going to lift up that right heel. So starting with the right, go ahead and lift it up. Focus on something that isn't moving. And then you can keep it here, or maybe you can pivot it off towards the side, opening up your hip. If you'd like to keep that foot anchored on the ground. If you'd like to bring that foot up and start to balance on that opposite leg, go ahead and bring that knee all the way up. And once it gets up towards the chest, go ahead and hug it in. shoulders away from the ears. Get your balance, grip your toes into the mat. If you fall out, come right back. I'm right here waiting on you. All right. We're going to do a little bit of hip mobility here. So if you have a wall and you'd like to anchor, feel free to hold on to a wall. All right. And if you're here, just go ahead and move the hip this way. All right. We're going to begin to move that hip around. Moving the hip by moving our knee. All right. We're anchoring again on that standing leg. All right. Move your hip. You can hold on. You can let it go. Whatever's comfortable. And again, if you're here, just go ahead and move it out. All right. All right. We got 2 more rotations wherever we are. And let it in. If you have your knee up, go ahead and extend that foot out. Flex the toe, point the toe, and let it down nice and slow. Shake it out. All right. I don't know about you, but that builds up some heat for me. I'm already hot. All right. Coming back to our spot. We got to do that same thing on the opposite leg. So again, set that dristi. Set your spot. We're going to bring that left heel up. Again, you can begin to pivot it here. Keep it right here. Or maybe you hug that knee in towards the chest. Hug it in. Get comfortable on that standing leg. If you fall out, come right back. I'm right here with you. And get comfortable within that standing leg. Again, grip your toes into the mat. You got this. Now let's start our circles. Now you may notice that one side is like, all right, I got this one. The other side is like, wait a minute. So you may need to hold on this side. Or this side might be good. Do whatever's comfortable to you. Move your hip. And again, if you're here, go ahead and move it around. Move that hip socket. All right. 2 more rotations. And if you have your knee up, go ahead and hug it in. And we're going to go ahead and extend that foot out. Point, flex, hold on. You got it. And let it go. Nice and slow. Shake it out. Whew. All right. I don't know. That's something that just builds up the heat for me. Maybe it's just me. Let's come back to the front of our mat. All right. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as you forward fold. We're going to bend our knees some more. Squat down, sit in our chair. Take our arms up overhead. Again, you can take the feet together. Whatever's comfortable for you, listen to your body. We're going to squat down maybe a little bit deeper. Elongating our spine. Take our hands to heart center. Begin to twist. So we're going to take that twist, bring in that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Gaze up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. You got this. All right. And on that inhale, come back to center. Bring the arms back to your chair position. And on that exhale, I want you to squat your body all the way down towards the floor. We have a seat. Keep your feet together, knees together. We're going to begin to hug those knees in towards the chest. Maybe coming up onto our toes, anchoring our sit bones, getting even here. Maybe even taking them off the ground if that's comfortable. Breathe in. So wherever you are, we're going to just extend one leg out. Let's just try it. We extend one leg and take it back in. And extend one leg and take it back. Can we try that again? Let's just try it. extend one and take it back. And extend the other and take it back. Tuck your tailbone. We're going to roll back. Oh, take a moment. Rock your knees from left to right. Oh, get comfortable. I want you to take your feet, bring them up towards the ceiling as if we were holding up the ceiling or the sky. Take your hands down by your side, maybe T, palms up or down, whatever's comfortable for you. Just take a moment for your lower back to be on the mat as much as possible. Come back to your breath. Flexing your toes down towards your body. Slight bend into your knees. Keep breathing. Now remember I said we're going to have our block. So go ahead and get your block handy wherever it is. I happen to have one on each side. So I'm going to grab for one of my blocks. And I'm going to have it out the long way. So where my hands are going to be on either side, about shoulder distance away. And I'm going to bring my arms up overhead. And bring the block up overhead as well. Continuing to stretch. I'm going to move that block that's over my head back just a little bit. So I have enough room here. We just need one. Give you a second to grab your block. And on that exhale, we're going to lower down our legs till they're about 45 degrees. Now, again, we're pressing into our lower back. The body might shake, that's okay. Keep breathing. And on that exhale, go ahead and bring the feet back up to 90 degrees or somewhat 90. Bring the arms up towards the feet. Right over towards our feet. Over our chest. We're going to do that one more time, nice and slow. So take the arms up overhead again. And once you get grounded here, again, we're going to take the feet to 45 degrees. And breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Oh. All right, take your feet down. Knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Take them about hip distance apart. Go ahead and give them a windshield wiper rock from left to right. All right. And then bring those knees up to stillness. We're going to take our feet and our knees to a 90-90 position. So feet are going to be here, 90-90. So 90 degrees away from the hip and 90 degrees from the knee to the ankle. All right, 90 degrees, reverse tabletop. All right, we're going to start with the feet first. So just the feet. We're going to tap one foot, bring it back up. Tap the other foot and bring it back up. All right, so let's do that 5 times on each side. You can leave your hands down by your side, whatever's comfortable to you. And right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up. And 3, keep going. 2, keep going. Last one on the right, last one on the left. Come back to your 90-90 position. Here's where we invite the block. Take it overhead. Now, extra points if you want to just let the block hover, or you can let the block fall, whatever's comfortable. So as we go into our same pose, tapping on each side, 5 times on each side. Again, have the block overhead. We tap down. Other side. And 4, Other side. Remembering to keep that back flat on the mat. And 3. Keep going. 2. Last one on this side. Last one on this side. Bring the knees in. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep going. All right. Are we ready to do a little bit more with our block? I think we can. So extend the legs out. We're going to hold the block right up overhead. So directly over our chest this time. Extend the legs out. Hug it in. Extend the legs out. Hug it in. If you want to add a little bit more resistance to this, you take the arms overhead. Extend everything out. Hug it in. Extend it out. Hug it in. Last 2. Hug it in. Last 1. Remember to breathe this whole time. Hug it in. Rock from left to right. All right. Let's do opposite legs this time. So we're going to hug one knee in, extend the opposite leg out. Maybe keeping that block again right overhead, or extending it all the way overhead or right above our chest towards the ceiling, whichever one's comfortable. And we're going to adjust opposite legs. So as we begin to just shift the legs, extending one leg at a time. Again, remembering to keep our back flat on the mat as much as possible. Keep going. Again, if you want to dial this up just a little bit more, we extend the legs. Arms over our head instead of at our chest. See if you can bring the knee into the chest as close as possible when you bring that knee in. 2 more on each side. Last one. And hug it in. Rock from left to right. We don't realize how that block is some work. We're going to take our block off towards the side for now. And we're just going to move our knees around in a circle, make circles in the ceiling, relieving the tension from our lower back. And then I want you to extend one leg out, hug one other knee in, swap it out, and then bend both knees, feet flat on the mat, about hip distance, coming back towards our bridge pose this time. We're going to walk our feet in towards our hips, bringing your fingertips down towards your heels. Maybe those fingertips don't quite touch. Maybe they do. If they don't, go ahead and bring the elbows in. Take the hands up. Maybe you make a fist. Maybe you keep it open. Spirit fingers. And then we go ahead and press into the hands. If you have your hands down, press into the hands. If your hands are up, back of the arms and lift the hips. Press into the feet as we lift the hips up. I want you to activate those quads. You're going to feel the quads start to get a little tight here. Keeping the head, the shoulders, the neck down on the ground as we lift the hips up just a little bit higher. Keep breathing. And on that exhale, lower the hips down. Give your knees a rock from left to right. Oh, nice and slow. That feels good. Oh, that feels good. All right, can we do that 2 more times? 2 more times. I think we can do that. Walk at the heels back in. Toes face towards the front of the mat. Get your arms in whatever position that feels comfortable to you. Press into the feet, lift the hips. Release the shoulders and the neck in towards the mat. Keep lifting up. Breathe. As we press into the feet, we raise our hips up. Maybe those glutes start to get activated. And on that next exhale, as we bring the hips down, again, another windshield wiper rock with our knees. We have one more. Let's make it count. Bringing the knees back up to stillness, walking the heels back in towards the hips. Again, whatever hand position is comfortable to you. Root down into the arms. Lift the hips. Keep going. Remember to breathe through this. Even though our hips are continuing to rise, we want to continue to breathe. Release those shoulders. Release the tension on the neck. Unclench your jaw. Keep breathing. And on that exhale, we lower the hips down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right. Oh, that feels so good. All right. We're going to extend one leg out. Bring that foot up towards the ceiling. Feeling that stretch along the back of the leg. And then bend that knee. Extend the opposite leg out. Bringing that foot up towards the ceiling. Flex the toes. Stretch the back of the leg. And bend both knees. Bring it back on the ground. Feet flat, knees bent. We're going to cross one leg over the other. Figure 4. That pigeon pose. And when you're ready, begin to hug the opposite leg in. Threading our hands through, almost like you're threading a needle. Hugging that thigh. If you're feeling extra stretchy today, maybe even holding on to the shin. Whatever's comfortable. Keep breathing. Take one more full cycle of breath. And when you're ready, we're going to begin to just release the hands. Keep the knee in. Let that foot fall all the way over across the body. Feeling that stretch all along the hip. Now that back knee is keeping our foot up. Keeping that stretch right along our hip. Maybe even turning your gaze away from your knees. Taking the hands out to a T if that's comfortable. Using the hand that's closest to the shin to just keep that foot up if you need to. Now the knee that's up, that hip is going to be off of the ground. Trying to keep that other hip on the ground as much as possible. Now it's the slow postures that really open up our bodies. So we're taking a little bit more time here to just give our bodies that opportunity to release the tension on the muscles. And sometimes that takes a few breaths. Where in our minds we say to relax, but our bodies just hasn't caught up yet. So with every exhale, just release a little bit more of your tension. Allow your body to get deeper into the stretch. And on your next inhale, taking your knees back up to where they were, uncrossing your knees, giving them a little rock from left to right as we prepare for the same thing on the opposite side. So again, pointing those toes towards the front, we cross one leg over, so the opposite leg this time, pushing that thigh gently away. We hug that knee in towards our chest, threading our hands through. And if your hips are tight, you're going to feel this. Let your shoulders and your neck relax. Hug into your comfort level. Maybe you may notice one side is a little bit different than the other, and that's okay. Accept your body where it is in this moment. Just continue to feel the stretch. Relieving all of the other tension in the body. Keeping our knee in, we're going to release our hands and let that foot fall over across our bodies on the opposite side. Turning your gaze away from your knees. Surrendering your body. Feeling that stretch from the hip, the lower back, the inner thighs, the outer thighs. Just letting your body simply be here. Again, mentally telling your body to release. And giving your body a few seconds to catch up. And for the muscles to actually release. Take a few breaths here. Creating space between the hips and the ribs. And when you're ready, bringing that foot back up to center. Uncrossing our leg, giving it a windshield wiper rock from left to right. And then let the knees fall over to one side. Wherever they are, just let them hang. Wherever they are. Maybe if you'd like to invite a deeper stretch on that top knee, you're going to take the foot that's in front, place it right over the top of the knee, so a little bit above it. Again, this is only to your comfort. And taking that foot down, if you had it down, bringing the knees back up to center, let it fall towards the opposite side. Again, if you'd like to make it a little extra stretchy on this side, taking the foot in front to place it right above the knee. This is going to bring that hip down just a little bit more. Listen to your body. And on that next inhale, we release the foot. Take the knees back up to center. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. We're going to let the knees fall in towards each other. Maybe take a little rock at first till you get used to it. And then you let the knees fall in. Big toes are down, pinky toes are up. The knees don't have to touch. We're just feeling that internal rotation here of the hip. Your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Bringing our breathing back to normal. Again, just having the stretch within our lower body, relieving the tension from our upper body. And on that next exhale, as we bring the knees back up, we're going to take the soles of the feet to touch this time, butterfly the feet out, and the knees will come out. Now, this may be a lot on the inner thighs, so if you need to rock the knees or maybe place blocks or pillows underneath, that's fine. Let the feet fall wherever they are. If they start to slide forward, that's okay. Maybe you'd like to take the hands onto the inner thigh as long as the elbows are down. Take this opportunity for stillness, relieving the tension. Again, letting the feet fall. They're going to start to shift forward. Let them fall. That's okay. As we come back to our intention, that knowledge. What do we learn about ourselves today? What do we learn about our bodies in this practice? We're always learning things, all the time. That's how we keep our mind sharp. We challenge our minds, our bodies. Repetitive actions aren't a challenge for our mind or our body. We get caught up in the mundane, and our minds start to do things without even realizing. Just think about how many times your mind has been on autopilot, and maybe your body has drove you home and you didn't even realize and have a conscious effort of how you arrived home. That's when our bodies just do things because we're so caught up in the mundane. Today's practice was to get us outside of our minds and into our bodies. Doing things just a little bit differently. Maybe it was a challenge for you. Maybe it wasn't. I hope that today, on Self-Care Day, you create this one little challenge. And that is to implement those little forms of self-care into your day. Again, rest, healthy eating, water, positive affirmations, reaching out to loved ones, compliment yourself, treat yourself. So many things that cost you nothing. You don't have to do it for the gram or even talk about it outside to anyone else. Hobbies are as well. Making time for hobbies is a form of self-care. Now, as we prepare for our Shavasana, you can keep your body just like this. Or maybe you'd like to extend your legs out. And you can do so by extending one leg at a time, getting yourself ready for your Shavasana, moving your hips if you need to, taking your hands, maybe one hand on your belly, one hand over your heart, and give yourself that opportunity. Relieving the tension from the body. Settling your toes. Relaxing your ankles. Allow your knees to be heavy. Soften your hips. Release your fingers. Surrender your shoulders into the mat. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue. Soften your eyes. And as we just take a few moments, allow the chest to rise and fall as we take the next few breaths in stillness and in silence. And when you're ready, beginning to bring your hands to heart center. I want you to begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. Give your knees a rock from left to right. Roll over to one comfortable side. Cradle your head if you need it. Take a second here before we invite movement and prepare ourselves for our day. Taking your top hand, pushing yourself up to any comfortable seat. Bringing those hands back to heart center. I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you today. Thanking your body as well for showing up. Maybe you learned something about your body today. You challenged your body in a different way. And I want you to know that I thank you so much for starting your day with me, or maybe if you're watching this later, ending your day with me. Take this energy with you off the mat and share it with others, because energy is infectious. I wish you a great day. Namaste. All right. We have finished another great class. Again, this is Self-Care Saturday, but also International Self-Care Day. So I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the practice, give it a thumbs up. Again, if you are not a part of my mailer, go ahead and subscribe to TiannaChristine.com/connect. Connect with me. All right. I wish you a great day. I am heading off to go teach yoga in person. That has started again. So I will see a group of yogis in person on the mat in just a few hours. And if you are looking to have a yoga class and to host a class with me, feel free to reach out as well on my website. Same thing, TiannaChristine.com. I wish you a great day. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great one. Bye-bye.